What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today we're going to be discussing the Central Division. I'm going to be giving my predictions this year for the Central. Hockey is just around the corner, literally tomorrow. I'm recording this on Tuesday. What day of the week? What, October 2nd, right? Tuesday, October 2nd, day of the week. What day? October 2nd, Tuesday. Clearly, I'm all over the place. I'm excited. Can't speak properly because hockey is tomorrow. If you're watching this on Wednesday to get yourself hyped up, that's cool as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. There's going to be a lot of videos and streams coming out this hockey season. I'm going to be doing a ton. I'm going to be writing a lot. You guys will see that. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Andy Piluk, ANDYPILUK, you will see tons of tweets, and click the notification bell on YouTube because if you do that, you'll get notified. So let's get right into the predictions. Hockey season for the Central Division. This year it's going to be exciting. So I'm like I do for the other ones. I did it already for the Atlantic, and I'm not sure how I'm uploading these other ones. They're all being uploaded at once. The other, the Metro, Central, and Pacific, because the Atlantic was done on, what was it, Sunday or Monday? So yeah, so on the screen, obviously you guys can see it now. This was the standings last season. So Nashville was in first with 117 points, Winnipeg with 114, Minnesota 101, Colorado with 95, St. Louis had 94, Dallas had 92, and Chicago had 76. So just a brief, explanation on every team here. Chicago is definitely going to be looking to get out of there. This is unheard of for the Chicago Blackhawks and their fans. They're usually a team that's at least competing. And this team last year just wasn't good enough. Straight up. They just weren't good enough. And this is not to diss the Blackhawks, because clearly they've got star power on that team still. I mean, you still have a guy like Patrick Kane and even Jonathan Toews. He needs to just have a better year. They're going to be much better, and they're going to be looking for offense down their entire lineup. The only thing is that their blue line is a bit weaker now. Keith can't take over everything, and of course goaltending with Crawford. His health is obviously the first priority for the Blackhawks, so they're going to be in a bit of a pickle for a little bit, but I expect them to be better. Dallas, of course, they were trying to get their hands on every player they could in the offseason. They made sure to lock up Sagan, which is good. Heiskanen's going to look real good. They've got, and again, I always say that name wrong for some reason. I go back and forth, but he's going to be really good for them. A lot of people are excited for him. But Dallas is obviously going to get scoring from their main guys. I mean, you're going to get scoring from Benn, Sagan, Radulov, etc. You're getting it. You're getting your scoring from the top of your lineup. And Dallas, of course, just recently made a move to pick up Connor Carrick off waivers from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, or not off waivers, sorry, he was traded. I keep forgetting that he was put on waivers and then traded after. It was a busy morning. But Dallas is just going to be looking to get into the playoffs because, they've got a solid team, and I'm sure Bishop's going to be able to handle the crease quite well for them. As long as their blue line stays healthy, this Dallas team should be pretty good. That blue line is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's great, but I think it's pretty decent. St. Louis, man, they made a ton of moves this offseason. Picking up O'Reilly, they got Bozak. They've got a lot of depth. And of course, you've got a guy like Tarasenko, you're going to be unbelievable. The only piece that they lost that I would say is like a major loss for them. Of course, their backup goaltender Hutton is gone. They've still got Jake Allen in that crease. I expect St. Louis to be better because of the fact that they did add to that scoring. They did give up quite a bit for O'Reilly, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. He's a great face-off guy. And same with Tyler Bozak. He's got some pieces to his game that are very good. You, of course, have to look at his face-off percentage as well as how well he does in the shootout. Those little things definitely help. It doesn't seem like it's a ton, but as long as St. Louis, and of course Robbie Fabry is hurt again. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be out, but they're going to need him. And I think that if he comes back healthy as well, look out for the St. Louis Blues. Colorado Avalanche, they were a very good story last season. Nobody expected them to be this good, and like I keep recommending in my videos, Audie James made a very good video about the fact that even if Colorado does really good this season, they still have the opportunity to get the first overall selection because they own a pick from the Ottawa Senators. So if Ottawa tanks and does terrible, they could get the first overall selection or at least a very good pick. So Colorado could be good and then still get a very good player at the end of the year. So they are in a very good spot in my eyes. I'll get to positioning. I'm not sure if they'll be able to make the playoffs this year. But it is looking decent for them. You've got Nathan MacKinnon, one of the best players in the world. I'm very excited for Colorado. And Barrie, I think, is going to take another step this year on that blue line. I'd look for Colorado to be a good team this year. Varlamov, he's going to be real good, of course. And I just expect them to have a good season. They also picked up Grubauer for their backup position, so that actually might work out pretty well. If Varlamov misses time, Grubauer has proven that he is a pretty solid goaltender. So Colorado, I'm looking for them to at least play decent enough to be competitive all season. Minnesota, this is a team that I think a lot of people aren't going to really agree with me from what I'm saying, but I think that they are going to take a step back. I'm not sure how much longer Dubnyk is going to be on the top of his game, and that's not to diss him. I just am not sure if he can hold on to it anymore. They're obviously getting a little bit older when it comes to their age, like Parise and Suter and stuff like that. Like they're definitely getting a little bit older. Dumba, of course, is a player that is on the younger side, a young talent, and he's a guy that I think is keeping them as a pretty decent team. Well, not just him, sorry, I can't say that, but I think that he's one of their better pieces in my eyes. I know that they were thinking about moving him at one point because of the expansion draft with Vegas and stuff like that, but I think that it's a good decision for them that they held on to him. Another piece to that team is Eric Staal. I can't see him exploding and having that many goals again this season. Like Eric Staal, I don't think could score 40 goals again. And I feel really bad for just coming out here and looking like I'm just dissing Minnesota, but I'm really not. And to be fair, I don't watch a ton of their games. I watched a good amount, but not as much as other teams around the league. I just, from watching them, don't think that they can hold on to their 100 points this season, and just because of teams getting better around them, it's going to be more difficult for them to win. Winnipeg. This is a bona fide, however the heck you say it, because I hear it just like Tavares and Tavares. Everybody says it differently. Winnipeg is going to be a Stanley Cup contender, and they could very well win the Stanley Cup this season. So, at 114 points, I would not be surprised if that went up. Winnipeg just has so much young talent and veteran experience that mixes together so well. Their blue line is insane. Like, obviously, you've got a guy like Trouba on that back end. Incredible. Bufflin. Incredible. Goaltending. Connor Hellebuck. This team is set for their back end. And I didn't even mention all their pieces on the blue line. Then you've got guys up front. Scheifele, Wheeler, Laine, Ehlers, Connor, like you just keep naming guys and they all score. They all put up points. This Winnipeg team could be the Harlem Globetrotters this year. They could be absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know how much more I could say. They're just going to be incredible. Nashville, another team that is much like Winnipeg. They're going to be dangerous. That blue line, you put them up against any other blue line in the league, they're probably going to be the one that comes out on top. You're being led by P.K. Subban, Yossi. They've just got so much talent, man. Like, it's Winnipeg and Nashville have so much. Okay, Nashville, they're scoring too. You know? They just have so much. Like, Nashville and Winnipeg are those two teams at the top where it's going to be very hard to lose games. They just have so many options when it comes to scoring and to winning games. And like, Forsberg is just out of this world ridiculous. Like, he is just so good. Johansson just... as you can see, Nashville and Winnipeg, for me, I don't know how much more I could say. These guys are just going to be at the top of the league. They're going to be incredible. So, if I was going to give my predictions when it comes to the Central, I do this in every video, and I also want you guys to leave your predictions down below. I want to know where you guys think these teams will rank. So, I'm thinking Winnipeg is going to be first, okay? So I got Winnipeg 1, Nashville 2. I got St. Louis 3. I've got Dallas 4. I've got Colorado 5. Minnesota 6. And then Chicago 7. Oh man, this is going to be a tough division. I didn't realize, because what I like to do is I like to gather my thoughts throughout the video, and then I kind of make a gut feeling prediction. So I'm thinking, oh, this is tough. This is honestly a very underrated division. Let me try this again. I'm going to say Winnipeg 1, Nashville 2. I'm going to say St. Louis 3. Dallas 4. And then I'm going to have, oh man, Colorado 5. Oh man, Minnesota 6. And then Chicago 7. I think that's what I'm going to go. Winnipeg, Nashville, St. Louis, Dallas, Colorado, Minnesota, Chicago. And I could be completely wrong, and people might be virtually slapping me in the face right now. That's just my prediction, so I want you guys to leave yours down below. I might have said a couple different lineups, but the last one was the one I'm going with for sure. Leave your predictions down below. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers. And I've seen some people comment, how do I join the squad? That's just a thing that I say, like, join the squad by clicking subscribe. You're part of the squad just from watching, so thank you very much. But click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.